Big thanks to Silesia Games for the review copy. I'm Dan and this is Find My Frogs on the Nintendo Switch systems. Find My Frogs is exactly the kind of game you reach for when you want to slow things down. This cozy hidden object experience offers something refreshingly gentle, a quiet world, a simple goal, and the satisfaction of spotting something cleverly tucked away in a beautifully illustrated scene. Set in the peaceful animal village of Moss Glade, the premise is straightforward. You're helping Uncle Frogger gather a large cast of frogs and toads, over 350 of them for a family photo. What that translates to in gameplay is a series of hand-drawn environments where you scan every corner, bush and ripple in the water to find well-hidden amphibians. It's simple, but that's very much the point. The first thing that stands out is the art style. The watercolor artwork is genuinely lovely, giving each area a soft storybook quality. Colors blend naturally, edges are slightly imperfect in a way that feels intentional, and the whole world has a warmth that suits the tone perfectly. Combined with subtle animations, the environments feel alive without being overwhelming. Backing this up is a soundtrack that leans heavily into calm, peaceful music. It never tries to steal your attention, instead sitting comfortably in the background and reinforcing the relaxed vibe. This is a game you can play while unwinding after a long day, and the audio design plays a big role in making that work. One of the game's strongest features, and I think most importantly, is how well it functions in handheld mode. The touch controls feel natural and intuitive. You can pinch to zoom in and out, move the camera around smoothly, and tap to interact with the environment. It makes the act of searching feel tactile, almost like you're physically exploring a picture book. It's a perfect match for a shorter pick up and play session. When the frogs get too well hidden, and they often do, the magnifying glass tool becomes a helpful companion. It adds a layer of accessibility without removing the challenge entirely, making sure players of all skill levels can enjoy the experience. This is very much a game designed for everyone, whether you're a seasoned gamer or someone just looking for a relaxing way to pass the time. Beyond simply finding frogs, there are also over 60 hidden secrets scattered throughout the world. These add a bit of variety and encourage you to interact with the environments in more playful ways, helping a frog pick strawberries for example, or uncovering small visual gags tucked into the scenery. It gives the game a bit more personality and prevents the core loop from feeling too repetitive. There's also subtle dynamic elements with the option to choose between day and night or let the time flow naturally. It doesn't drastically change the gameplay, but it does alter the atmosphere enough to keep things visually fresh as you progress. That said, Find My Frogs isn't a game you'll likely revisit multiple times. Once you've found everything and uncovered its secrets, there's not a huge amount pulling you back in. Replayability is fairly limited and that's probably its biggest drawback. However, this is balanced somewhat by its lower price point, making it feel like a fair, contained experience rather than something overstaying its welcome. Ultimately, Find My Frog succeeds by knowing exactly what it wants to be. It's a cozy, relaxing hidden object game with charming presentation and accessible design. It doesn't try to overcomplicate things or stretch itself too far. Instead, it offers a peaceful escape, a beautifully illustrated world, and the simple joy of finding something hidden in plain sight. Find My Frogs is out now on the Nintendo eShop, priced at $3.49 in the UK and $3.99 in the US. Big thanks as always to you all for watching, hope you enjoyed the review, and until next time.